Why, if it isn't the little fire that sparked my heart? You should know more than anything. I've been dreaming of you, baby. You think it's just anyone? No. I'm not that simple of a man, and I'm definitely not easygoing. No. When I say I want you, I mean it. Every single word, every single second. I dwell on that single solitary feeling. The feeling of your warmth against me, of your heart racing. You might have seen me as a softie, but I'm not all soft. Not yet. No. No, baby. Your lips are sweeter every time. And it makes me more excited by the moment. Every single time I get a chance to enjoy your sweet flavor, and even more, your reactions. They're the best I've ever seen, and the best I'm ever going to see, because, baby, you're mine, and I won't let anyone else change that. Nobody else gets a chance. Just you and I. Is it too much? Are my feelings overwhelming you? Yes, they do, baby. I'm sorry, but I won't take them back. I might be an intense man, but I'm your intense man. And I'm sick of being cooped up down here, so I'll take you to a wonderful place. A place I wouldn't take anyone else. And for a good reason, baby. God, I love you. You really know how to make my heart race. You know how to get under my skin and make me really feel instead of think. And I love that. I get lost in the addiction I have to you. Maybe it's healthy, maybe it's not. Maybe I don't give a fuck. And then just maybe it doesn't matter, because right now it's the future we got and the present. And we're living in the moment, baby. I don't care what tomorrow holds as long as I get to hold you. I'll take you there, to the place where my dreams first started, where everything changed for revenge too. Making a place for people who never had it. No. My dream isn't that simple. If it was, I'd be just like my dear old dad, though I hesitate to even give him that much credit. I'd rather focus on you right now. You who saw through me. You who saw that I didn't have the monster inside, even if I look like it on the outside. You pierced my heart with true love. And you're to blame for all of this, because now I'm stuck. I'm stuck with feelings that I could never escape for you. Baby, you've done this. You've infected me with a disease I could never be cured from. And I love it. I love it more than anything. Even if I'm sick. Even if that means what we have is unhealthy. I'd never listen even if the wisest man in the world told me it. Because I'm afraid our love is worth more to me than what others think is healthy. And maybe I don't care what others think. Because I've spent so long not giving a fuck about myself and others. Now that I finally care. Now that I finally have something to share it all with. Now I'm not sure what to do with myself, I guess you could say. Baby, you still make my heart race. Just like you do from day one. You make me think about all those things right now of what I want to do. You make me want things I didn't know I could want. You make me into the animal that wants one single desire, and that's to savor this embrace with you, to share everything, to spoil you, to make you mine again and again. That's the jealous beast that gets jealous of even a single glance at you. I get jealous even if there's no one for 1,000 miles. And I want you that much more because of it. Baby. You make my heart race even when I think that I can't go on. You give me that hope, that fire burning in my soul. And it makes all of the things that make me struggle seem like nothing but dominoes to tip over. And I love you for it. I love you for everything you are. And yeah, I forgot about that. Would you laugh at me if I said I forgot about my own birthday? Yeah, it's just a habit. I don't usually think of the day of my birth and get all happy. Not because I hate life, but because it has something to do with my father. It's complicated. More than complicated, I'd say. And even then, I'd much rather think about you. If you want to make it a happy birthday for me, then just keep being you and doing exactly what comes to that beautiful heart of yours. Baby, you're my little mouse. And I love you for every second you decide to share with me, for every moment that I get to usurp from your time, for every second that I can make feel like an eternity, yet when it passes so quickly. I just have to make every kiss count, don't I? Make every moment, every stare, make you feel it 10 times more. Grab my hand. Maybe I'm not the prettiest prince that you've ever had, but I promise this fairy tale I'll take us on will give any of those pretty princes a run for their money. There's good reason for it. I know you so well. We've been through so much. And I know what would make you happy. More time. More passion. You've always been just like me. Looking for that kindred spirit you never knew you needed. Looking for someone's hand to hold just like this, where you can fit each finger between theirs, and where you can stare them in the eyes. Maybe look at them so much that you get lost, almost forget about what you're doing, and enjoy a day filled with so much love, a moment that steals your breath away. That's what I want it to be, baby. That's what I want more than anything. I want you to be my fairy tale love. I want you to be more than just my little mouse. I want you to be my butterfly, free and happy. I want you to be my heart and soul, because you already are. I want you to realize that these days will never end, because I won't let them. Because I'm far too stubborn of a man to ever let that happen. Baby, even if the world thinks we're monsters, I don't give a fuck. And if I ever hear them calling you something, well, there won't even be bones left, is what I might have said when I was a villain. But right now, I'll settle for bludgeoning them in the face a few times with my fists, maybe making them regret trying to do something like that. Listen, baby, I can be a jealous prince too. Maybe I'm your prince of darkness. Though I don't think it suits me. I think I'm too soft of a person for a lot of this. But then I realize there is that side, that monstrous side who wants monstrous things with just you. That side that you awoken, that fateful moment on that fateful day. Baby, this is all you. What you've done to me, what you've made me do. You make me feel something I was putting away, feelings I never had the courage to face. I was just coping with them. I was acting like they're normal not to feel, like it's normal to be numb. I know, baby. It's not normal, healthy, or cool to not feel. It's sad and lonely and terribly cold. Like the chill you feel down to your bones, but when we hold each other, I forget all about that. Instead, I feel your warmth against mine, and I feel so lucky. I feel that passion that you decide to share with me and only me. And I feel like the luckiest man in the world to have your hand in mine, to be able to hold you this close and lead you along this garden path to my favorite place in the world. You'll be able to see the moon from here, like you've never seen it before. I had this place built, right here in the safe, underground, built to rise up and gaze at the stars in observatorium. At least I think that's what you call them. Either way, I wanted to stargaze with you, because it might seem a bit cliched romantic, but laying on a blanket with you, gazing up at the stars every now and then, finding one we like, seeing what we can find in the universe all around us. It's romantic, isn't it? The stars gazing down at us, and we gazing up at them. It's like romance in a way. You never stop gazing at the one you admire. You never stop, no matter what. And my beautiful butterfly, you understand where your love is. You can never lose them, no matter how far they go, because you know what it means to lose them. And you never want that, so you stick right by their side. That's the kind of love we have, and that's the kind of love I want to have forever. I don't want it to get boring or dull, where people get bored of each other, but that would never happen to us. Do you know how I know? It's pretty simple. It's because both of us were kindred spirits together that seem to find every little thing that we have in common, and every time we find something that we don't have in common, it's a brand new world to explore. Of possibilities. They say opposites attract, but so do similarities. And with you, baby, it's the best of both worlds. I've never had a better day than the days I've spent with you. And that's why when we gaze at these stars, I want it to be truly meaningful. To gaze as one just like this. To hold your hand and see the stars for what they are. And yet I know deep in my heart, no matter how bright the stars shine, they could never, ever hope to outshine my beautiful baby. And that's on everything, little mouse. My beautiful butterfly right here, holding my hand. I could never think of a more suitable, more wonderful time than the time we've spent together. I could never ask for more. Because if there's better, I can't even imagine it. You know me. I believe in what I can feel. I believe in what I know, what I learn, and I never close my heart. I don't know how to. And I'll never close my heart to you or anyone I love and care about. Only those that don't deserve my time and patience. Those are the ones who I won't waste my breath on. Baby, won't you be mine for every birthday in the future? I'm happy just having a moment, but I'm so goddamn lucky to see that smile on your face and feel like I did something to make it happen. You're so perfect to me. Even if the world doesn't see you that way, even if there's people who tell you how you're not, as much as they piss me off, the most I'll do is protect you from them, make them go away. Maybe I've gotten too soft, baby, because the thought of hurting another human being terrifies me. I went from doing it so easily, shoving my heart away and ignoring my feelings, to being hurt and lonely whenever it happens, to feeling guilt for my actions prior. Even if I know I did them as little as I could, it still hurt. The idea of making someone suffer. I think I like the idea of being a lover, not a fighter. If it's all the same to you, could I ask for a birthday present right now? Could you let me stay just like this? Could you maybe spoil me a bit? I know it's a lot to ask, but just this once, could I lay on your lap? Could I look up at you and feel you looking down on me like an angel from above? It might seem silly, but the fact you'd be willing to do that makes me cry. My eyes tear up even though no tears can come out. I realized how much I needed you. How much I'm thankful to have you, baby. Words couldn't even start to express it. And I know that's such a cliched line. But my words, they just never reach. I think you're the only one they reach, truly. I know what I've done. And I know what I've saved, but that doesn't mean I've done it alone. I've had a lot of help from others. And without them, the underground wouldn't be half of what it is today. Thank you for believing Thank you for loving me. Thank you for spoiling me, even if it's just once. I love you more than anything, butterfly, but I want you to be free to fly way up there. I want you to do whatever your heart truly desires most. Well, aren't you just having simple desires just like me? I'm not complaining, not by a long shot, you dummy. I'm happy, plain and simple. There isn't really any better way to put it. I feel like there's a bit of a weight left in. Even if there's still some weight on my shoulders, I feel at ease. Like this is where I've always belonged. Right here. Looking at you. Getting distracted. Maybe just a bit too much. You see, every single time I get looking at the stars, it just makes me think of you. And then I find myself staring up at you instead of the stars, and what can I say? If I had to choose just one to have, one to see for the rest of forever, I'd definitely choose you, baby. My beautiful, perfect little butterfly. My passionate mouth who doesn't know when to quit. I feel like you're a very dynamic person. Someone who doesn't back down from who you are. Even if you falter sometimes, it doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean you're bad. It doesn't mean you're faulty or broken. It just means you're struggling for what you are. And struggling is okay, baby. I'm just happy to have you here to struggle together. Because then I figure our struggles blend into one and it becomes so much easier. Because we're not alone anymore. I know what it feels like to be so alone you can't even breathe. But you'll never be like that, do you hear me? Never. Sorry, it's just that before I met you, before I knew what it felt like to have your warmth in my arms, to hold your hand in mine, to see your eyes meet mine, to feel my lips against yours. I thought kisses and things with love were a bit overrated. Even if I always wanted it deep down, I convinced myself it wasn't for me. I convinced myself that it was just lame. I bet if past me saw me, he'd think I was a gross little love bug, wouldn't he? But deep down he'd be so jealous that I have someone as beautiful, as one of a kind as you. Such a diamond in the rough that I never thought I deserved. That's staring right back at me. It makes me feel so many things. Baby, won't you never change and won't you stay just a little longer? I'm so happy. I could just... Nah, I don't even want to say it. I hate the term because some stupid part of my brain thinks if I say something, sarcastically or not, that there's that 0.01% chance that it comes true. Yeah, I thought of saying I'm so happy I could die, but yeah, you and understand. I don't like thinking about it. Because truth be told, baby, I want to live with you forever. I never want to say goodbye, so I won't. I'll live with you. I'll cherish you, and I'll make every single day count. I'll never, ever, ever take it for granted how much you do to me, how much you make me feel. Baby, I might be a jealous beast who doesn't know when to quit. I might be a man who can't lay on this lap forever. But that just means I'll be the monster who isn't afraid to push you around. And I mean in a loving way. Even princes have a desire. And do you know what mine is? It's a very simple one. I want you to love me forever. I want us to have so many happy memories, so that even when the darkest times try and rear their ugly head, we shut them down right there. We destroy them before they can even breathe. We make them cry out, and we make everything in our life exactly what we want, because even if I can be monstrous in my desires, I get shy sometimes too, but not shy enough to hold me back from doing this. Right here in this observatorium under the stars, I want to tell you how much I love you. No, I want to show you. And that's exactly what kind of birthday present I want. I know you already gave me one, and maybe this is too greedy, but I won't apologize for wanting more of you, needing more of you. You're like breath to me. You warm me. You make the blood pump in my heart and beat faster. Now, baby, let's see if it's the same for you, shall we? Just look at you. You remind me of myself more every day. Should I be concerned that I'm rubbing off on you? Are you sure that I'm a good man to be like? Are you sure your prince won't lead you to destruction? To be honest, I don't see how I could either. It's just that lingering fear that what if I snap back to that Dabi who hurts people, instead of realizing I'm the Toya who needs to make a difference. I'm not the monster all the time, nor am I the man all the time. I wonder what I am, baby. I guess you'll have to find out with a few more kisses. Am I a man or a monster, or something in between? Whatever I am, I sure as fuck love every second I get to enjoy with you. And I want a lot more than I've gotten. Yeah. If I'm gonna celebrate this birthday thing, I'm getting every damn second I can from it, you hear me? As if I'd let you get away that easy, no. You're not being fully honest with yourself sometimes. Face it, you like the man and the monster, don't you? I'm glad you accept me for who I am. Even if sometimes I don't know what to say. You know, it's pretty funny. The stars could never compete with you. And even now, when I'm at perhaps the happiest I've been in so very long, I have to thank them for leading you to me. What would I have done if I never had you in my life? What would I have done if there was never any little mouse who wandered into my heart? My butterfly flying free, yet always returning. The loyalty, the passion. If anyone deserves a birthday present, it's you for being so goddamn cute. You give me a present every day with you just being near me. And I want more of you. Always and forever. And too bad if I get annoying, 'cause neither of us could ever escape from the other now, could we? I love you so goddamn much. You're mine, baby, and I'm yours. And I want this lovely little thing we call love to never end. And I know just the way to keep it. We both just spoil each other every day. We always do it, thinking of the other one first. We just be exactly like we've been, and that'll make forever a very, very fun and long time. I love you, baby. Just relax. Let me embrace you with all that passion and love that you deserve. It's the way you fit in my arms just right. It's the way I can pick you up and hold you in my arms. These arms aren't just strong for no reason, no. They're strong just for you. To protect you from anyone who dares make a mess of things. And make a mess of you while I'm at it. I can't help it. I love you too damn much to know what to do with myself. Now, baby, you just relax. It's funny. These times that we share like this, you might even just look a little more beautiful than a moment ago. Baby, you're the best thing that's ever happened to me. And I'm proud to have you in my arms right now, holding you closer than anything. Anything at all. There's no room for something to get between us, no. Not a single inch between us. I like the lack of distance. It makes it that much more intense. Baby, I love you so much. And this will never stop and will never stop, and everything will be that much more of a complete, wonderful time. A wonderful life we can share together, baby. I love you so much. Fucking hell. You know just the right things to say and do, don't you? Baby, I love Just look at you. You're such a perfect match to me, it's not even funny. You contrast everything that I am, some things that I'm not, and just the right amount of interesting. I know there isn't such thing as too much interesting, really, but fuck if I would ever stop loving you. You're the best thing that ever happened to me, and I'm just in awe of how much you've grown in my heart, and how much I just want to hold you. And that's the best birthday present I could ever ask for, you know? It's you, it's always been you. I know maybe that's exactly what I said last birthday. To tell you the truth, I don't remember. I guess I live so in the moment that how could I ever forget? But there's so many things that I want to remember. So many things that I try. And yet it's not always easy to. There's plenty of things I struggle with, but remembering you and everything you say to me, that's what sticks every single time. Baby, I love you. I love you more than I've ever loved someone in this world. I love you more than I love my own heart. Don't get me wrong, I love myself at this point thanks to a certain someone, but now I think if I had to choose, I'd sacrifice myself, and that's just one of those things I'd have to do. I wouldn't like it, and I would never go down without a fight. But if it came to choosing between you and me, I choose both of us. I'm not the sacrificial lamb I thought I once was. I was living that way until you came here, my life being for the sole purpose of helping everyone else, never celebrating, never doing anything for myself, never lifting a finger. Everything I was for the underground. Everything I was to give them some place that they could smile in. It was to protect the children and families and homeless and everyone the world spit on. Everyone the world disrespected. Now I seem to care about you. I'm learning more of that selfish tendency. Do I regret it? Never. Because it always leads back to my beautiful, wonderful baby. My free as a butterfly little mouse. You get cuter every day, and don't you forget it. Any doubts with that, and I'll prove it with a kiss. I'll hold you in my arms, and I'll show you how special you are. It's funny. I guess you infected me with something. You infected me with that selfish nature that I don't care what anyone thinks as long as I can have you. That's everything to me. You are everything my heart desires. And then some, baby. You realize that, little mouse? You've managed to sneak up above everything else, even my lust for revenge, my lust for this inevitability that I faced. I love you more than I've ever hated someone. I love you more than any feeling I've ever felt. And it's all thanks to that beautiful heart. And how cool you can be, if I'm honest. So be cool a little closer, so I can warm you up a bit.